Hey everyone, Gabriel here from Sky Scaling, and in today's video, I would like to showcase another one of our clients' amazing results. Now, this is pretty exciting stuff. This is going to be the first campaign that I ever showcase on this channel that is currently taking place in the United States, more specifically the state of Texas. Now, a few weeks ago, I had someone reach out, ask if I had ever ran ads in the US, which the answer to that was no. It's definitely something that's been on, the forefront of my mind for a few months now, probably a year now at this point. It's just something I hadn't pushed a button on just yet. And so I said, absolutely, I'd be willing to try that out and see how it goes. And again, that was a great idea because it is performing extremely well. So the idea behind the campaign was recruiting, more specifically recruiting currently licensed or already brokers. So people who are already licensed in the US. So here are the campaign results so far. So as of now, just zoom in, make this a bit more. There we go. So our click-through rate all is 3.10%. That's amazing. Link click-through rate 1.16%. We've been able to generate 24 leads at a cost per lead of $18.86 with 6 appointments. It's actually 7. So there's one that was missed by Facebook, which gives us a cost per appointment of $64.67. So again, amount spent total so far on this campaign, $452. Number of leads, 24. Cost per lead, $18.86. 7 appointments with a cost per appointment of $64.67 with a show rate of 100%. So far, all the meetings that were scheduled from this campaign have been, again, licensed agents that have shown up. They have shown up to the calls. And I believe there's been one that has, or at least is in the process of getting switched over and recruited. So here's the appointment reporting section, 7 bookings. There's 5 that came from people just manually booking themselves into the calendar of our prospect, and 2 that came from the AI assistant. I'll actually showcase the AI assistant and the actual conversation that took place between the prospect and the AI in a few seconds. So how do we make this happen? How, what kind of process do we use to even get people interested into, this opportunity and obviously in the bookings in the calendar of our clients? So it's a very simple process. It's not only what I use for all of our clients, it's also what I use in Sky Scaling directly. So how we've been able to grow and build our clientele the last 3 years is with this exact process. So what works for Sky Scaling, we use for clients, and obviously that's how our clients are able to grow their business as well. So first step, extremely simple, marketing itself. So we run all the ads on our clients' behalf. So if you do work with Sky Scaling, we will run all of the advertisements under your business, whether you want to do recruiting or client acquisition. Recruiting could be, different provinces. So we mainly work in Alberta, BC, and Ontario. And again, some of the biggest states right now for recruiting the US would be Texas and Florida. So again, we'd be running marketing. People that click on these ads would go through a qualification process, which is in place on this survey as well. So when your prospect clicks on the ad that we're running for this client, they get redirected to a form. They have to go through a form. They also have to confirm their phone numbers. So all these leads are text verified with a one-time passcode, which makes these leads even higher quality, right? Once your prospect goes through the qualification process, so of course, we might have a few disqualification questions. We want to make sure these prospects are actually qualified for this opportunity. So some people will get disqualified. If they do qualify, on the other hand, they'll get redirected to your booking page or the booking page of our clients, where they will be able to go ahead and directly book in your calendar. So there's 3 options on getting bookings. Number 1 is your prospect just manually books themselves into your calendar. Again, like I just mentioned, their phone numbers are verified. So you can always grab the phone as soon as the lead comes in, grab the phone, call the prospect, and try to book them in yourself. And last case scenario, well, actually, this is probably last case scenario. We have an AI, which is amazing. It does a great job. I've been using this in our business for years now, probably 2 years. And what this AI does, it will automatically reach out to prospects by SMS only if a prospect does not book a call. So if a prospect comes in, doesn't book a meeting after 2 or 3 minutes, the AI will automatically reach out by SMS, try to engage in a conversation with that prospect and book them in. And so just for the sake of this video here, I thought it would be a great idea to actually showcase what a typical conversation between the AI and a prospect looks like. So As you see, lead came in, so they were added to the, again, all these black boxes are just names that I want to filter out and just make sure that nothing gets shown on here in terms of personal information or names. So the opportunity was created. So the contact was created, added to the pipeline stage, and we sent an email and an SMS. So again, this prospect only received this message because they didn't book an appointment manually themselves into the calendar. So this is just the names. I saw you took a look at our opportunity. We're connecting with licensed professionals who are exploring new ways to grow in the financial space. Would you be open to a new direction if it meant increasing your income potential? Reply, stop, do, and subscribe. Prospect answered, yes, I'm interested. Again, this is all automated, and this is what's sent from our own AI. AI responded with, awesome, thanks for the reply. Quick question before we go, so we want to make sure the prospect is even more qualified. Are you currently living in Texas and over the age of 18? Yes to both, licensed in Texas, California, and Florida. Thanks for confirming. The next step is to schedule a virtual meeting with your name. This call is important to give you a full overview of the opportunity and to help you see if it's the right fit for you. It's free and lasts about an hour. What works best for you in the Eastern time zone? Tomorrow, we have different time slots, 11, 1, or 4 p.m. Or would another time be easier? 4 p.m. Eastern. Great. I've scheduled your appointment. AI went ahead, scheduled the appointment. So the AI is actually able to book meetings on your behalf. It has access to your calendar. It knows your availabilities, and it can book the meetings through an SMS conversation. Book the meeting. Send the prospect a confirmation message with the date, the time, the Zoom ID. Prospect answered yes. So we try to get people to answer just to show a bit more interest and actually get them to commit. Sent a reminder, 2-hour reminder. And then before the meeting, join me here. 10 minutes before, join me here. Hey, are you still joining? And prospect joined, I guess, 4:02, 4:03. And we can see that at 4:50, our client moved this prospect from the booked appointment stage to the showed up to meeting stage. So the prospect did show up in question. So again, this is a campaign for licensed agents in Texas. So if you have been thinking about doing recruiting or pursuing recruiting in the US, again, it's a great market. The licensing, the actual time for because in the US how it works, there's different exams for different products that you want to sell. So there's a specific licensing process for life insurance that is extremely quick. It's about 2-3 weeks max. While in Canada right now, most people get licensed in a few months. It could be 3, 4, 5 months. So it's a lot easier to get people motivated and actually get people to commit in the United States right now because the licensing time is actually so short that you can get people on board and get them selling ASAP. So if this has been something on your mind for, I don't know, a few months now, again, a lot more people are taking advantage of the United States for that purpose, just because the licensing time is so quick, you can actually get a lot more people on board. And it's hard to get people or keep people motivated for months in Canada right now. And obviously that's something we see firsthand with some of our clients and the recruits to get. So if you've been thinking again about recruiting the US, you need somewhat of an experience already in recruiting. Obviously, you have to have a solid offer, a solid presentation. So hopefully you work with a good MGA, or depending if you're already in the US, a good IMO. If you're interested in learning more, I'll just put a link down below to our website. You can go ahead and schedule a call with our team, and obviously we'd be glad to hear a lot more about your business and see if we can actually help you. Not everyone qualifies. I don't just say this. We don't work with everyone. You need somewhat of experience in sales or in recruiting. If you're brand new to the business, this can be a bit hard. So again, that's why it is necessary to book a meeting with our team, and we'll see if you qualify. And again, we'd be glad to hear a bit more about your business. Again, it's been Gabriel. If you have any questions, feel free to just email us down below. And if not, hopefully we can see you on our team the next few months. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.